Hello and welcome to the Watering Hole. Thanks for checking out this clip. Don't forget to like and subscribe because that'll make the baby Jesus cry, and I know how much you guys love making the baby Jesus cry. We're starting with Bridget. So Bridget says, if Democrats truly believe we are a racist and oppressive nation, why aren't they warning immigrants not to come here?
It's weird because a lot of countries have actually done that.
Yeah.
I know she's saying that. Here's the thing. Democrats generally will want those people here because they are good for their voting base. That's the real reason. Like, I'm not going to bullshit anybody on this and say that there's some high and mighty, like, goody reason. No, Democrats have a voting base.
Are we talking Democrats, or are we talking what she means when she says Democrats and being like anybody on the left?
When she says Democrats, she means anybody on the left.
Yeah,
but like,
because you are talking about corporate Democrats right now.
Yeah, if I'm talking about the Democratic Party, then they don't generally warn people away because they know that having those people here gives them a better chance at having the vote. That's why corporate Democrats would do it. As far as the left in general, I'm going to be honest, I invite anybody at all who wants to come to the United States, irrespective of its problems, and try to help me fucking fix this shit, to come here. I don't care.
But also, like, and I know this is not an immigration thing, but like, do you know how many Americans have, if not warned me away from visiting, have said, I completely understand why you wouldn't want to come here right now, and that is okay to me?
A lot.
Like, every single American I know.
I didn't own a passport before the Trump administration.
Yeah, I was on top of you for that.
Yup.
Like, get that fucking thing. And then come help me finish my garage. And then if you need to, just don't leave the garage.
Just don't leave the garage.
I've got Cirrus trapped in my garage.
Cog, we talked about the Minnesota thing earlier.
Wow, goddamn, we got through the news that quick, and people are already like...
Well, I think the person has... I think they have ulterior motives because their specific wording was, heard of the Minnesota Somalian fraud? As if all of the daycares that are engaging in the fraud are Somalian.
I mean, some of them are.
Yeah, some of them are. Like, there's a non-zero amount of them that are. There's also a non-zero amount of them that are...
showing up at random daycares with a camera crew is not going to be the thing that solves that issue.
There's also a non-zero amount of them that are owned by white people and black people and fucking anybody. Who cares? It's an issue that should be looked into, but the race of the people involved is a non-issue part of it.
Cutting childcare funding to everybody because some people are committing fraud is not the way to go about doing this, and that is what Trump is doing. So fuck him.
Yep.
He's fixing your phone not charging by smacking it with a hammer.
Remember, group punishments for individual wrongs are the things a police state does.
Yeah. All right, next tweet.
Moderate Ravi says, hammer time? No, we don't ban people for saying stupid shit once. We don't do that.
Twice.
How do you, just out of curiosity, how do you expect any of these people to change their minds?
I mean, to be fair, I have become a lot more liberal in my comment section on my main YouTube channel with, like, when right-wingers show up. Just like, nope, I don't need that. Bye.
Yeah, I can understand that. And I'm never going to tell you to or to not police your comment section in a certain way.
But also there's a big difference between a comment on a video that I've published and someone in a chat that we can actually have a sort of back and forth with. Like, obviously, we're not on equal footing, but...
Robbie says, mad trolls annoy me. That's entirely valid. Trolls are annoying. But you know what? I find them fun. I like when they come in. From a utilitarian perspective, it's cool when they come in because it gives them a chance to see a different perspective, and maybe they'll change their mind. Hell, maybe they'll change my mind on something. Who knows?
And worst case scenario, as a content creator, we get content out of it.
Right. There's always that part that is purely beneficial to me, and that's the next part. For me personally, yeah, they can be a little exhausting, but at the same time, they're also they're added spice to whatever the hell I'm doing at the time. And you know what? If somebody wants to come in and try their shot of convincing me of their weird batshit strange ideology where they try to channel extraterrestrials and Yahweh and your dead grandmother in order to try to sell me on a $550,000 like thing where they teach me how to do the same thing and grift it on other people, you're more than welcome to come and try. That's a subtle hint at what the video coming out in the next couple days is, by the way.
Okay. Christopher says, the prophecy foretold that when the Somalians return to the promised land of Minnesota, I, the Messiah, El Habibi, shall be born and depose fascism in the USA.
Habibi.
I hope you're right,
Habibi,
Habibi.
Please. No, I will get you something better. Shawarma.
Yeah. So that's okay. That's the thing that is bothering me the most about the Democrats right now is that, like, people like Nancy Pelosi are out there talking about how Trump is a dictator and is an existential threat to democracy, and we're basically living in authoritarianism right now. And then they can vote to confirm his judge picks and bullshit like that. Like, okay, why are you playing the game? If you're like, if you actually believe the things that you are saying about Trump being a threat, why are you giving him anything? Yep. Why are you not filing articles of impeachment every goddamn day? Like, it's I hate to say it, but Trump's second term is actually a really big opportunity for the Democrat Party. But I feel like they are going to once again grasp defeat out of the jaws of victory.
They're really good at that. Remember Chuck Schumer saying that, oh, no, here's our new strategy, deciding to win. Wow. Your tongue better be placed so firmly in your cheek it gouges a hole in it, sir.
What the hell is this?
The on-screen celebration?
Why am I getting all these new redeems that I've never seen before?
Don't know. Welcome to Twitch. I don't know.
I'm so confused. Am I streaming on the wrong channel or something and I have different things set up?
For y'all on my stream, if y'all know any like weird right-winger friends that are really like vocally opinionated, feel free to introduce them to my stream. Feel free to have them come in. I love ideas. I love being introduced to new ideas.
Anyway, we have a tweet from Madison Cawthorn. Haven't heard from him in a while. If you don't recall, he's a sex pest who got in trouble for a bunch of campaign finance bullshit.
Oh, that's great! I'm so happy that that's such a common thing.
Yeah, I know that narrowed it down a lot.
I'm sorry, I had to listen to Donald Trump waxing lyrical about how happy he made E. Jean Carroll earlier today.
Oh, really? Gross.
He was just like, yeah, she loved it. She loved it so much. Like, it's...
I didn't do it, and I sued her to get her to stop saying that I did, but she liked what I did that I say I didn't do. God damn it.
Yeah, the fucking video... The fucking dude. And that bit that came out of the 13-year-old who accused... Did you see that part?
The one where they took the baby, they wrapped the baby, and then they decided whether or not to kill the baby?
Yeah, well, the uncle made the decision, and Trump was there watching, yes.
Yeah, no, but the reason I say it like that is because every time he said that, I've been like, oh, no, that's not how abortion happens. That never happens. Nothing like that ever happens. No, it turns out he was just speaking from personal experience. It's not medical abortions that happen that way. It's the uncle who's taking care of my problem abortions that happen that way.
Yep. I can't have my seed inheriting this. Not here, not now. Do away with it, or some similar shit. Yeah. I don't know what he said. I don't want to know what he said.
No, I don't want to know more about that situation, but I feel like the authorities should know more about that situation and should maybe, like, fucking arrest his ass. The president's not supposed to be above the law. If he was present for the murder of a baby, investigate that shit and arrest his ass.
Fucking Andrew Wilson on the Whatever podcast saying, like, no state should be able to hold the president accountable for his actions. You just like authoritarianism, don't you? Like, that's the thing you enjoy.
Yeah. So anyway, Madison Cawthorn, referring, of course, to Mamdani, says, if you are sworn into office on a Quran, your inauguration is invalid. Um,
Are we going to start narrowing it down based on which version of the Bible you're sworn in on too? Because, like, at this
isn't
point, that's
isn't
all
there
you're.
isn't there a rule against having a religious test for office?
Yep, there is.
Agamotto 13, thank you for the hats. Let's do flour. Yeah.
Max says, "What if I'm sworn into office on a Yu-Gi-Oh deck? Well, some of those have more substance than half the things in the Bible."
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's one of those things where I think I don't
Like,
think there's actually any.
if an atheist gets sworn in on the Bible, what does that even mean to them? Why would they care? Ah, yes,
I
I
think.
swear on this book I don't believe in that I will do no wrong.
Well, I mean, they usually get sworn in on the Constitution or something, which is way more important than the Bible when it comes to being a lawmaker. Um, but yeah, no, what I find most amusing about people who insist on being sworn in on the Bible is that like the Bible literally says in it not to make oaths on things. Just let your yes be your yes and your no be your no. So like the Bible says don't swear on the Bible. So by swearing on the Bible, you're just proving that you don't know what the Bible says. Which, that's just I feel like that itself is a bit of a religious test. Like if you're being sworn in on the Bible, then you can't be a true Christian because the Bible says not to do that.
Aha, checkmate, atheist. You've been caught and you've been hung up by your own petard, or however it is. I've only ever read it.
Petard. Hoisted by your own petard.
Yeah, I know I know what it was supposed to be. It was way funnier to mispronounce it and then make you pronounce it correctly.
Sure.
It's like I'm in control of your actions or something.
Yeah, so Matthew 5:34-37 says, "But I tell you..."
The only way I feel powerful.
Fuck you. I'm reading the Bible. I'm reading the Bible, goddammit. Matthew 5:34-37 says, "But I tell you, do not swear an oath at all, either by heaven, for it is God's throne, or by earth, for it is his footstool, or by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great king. And do not swear by your head, for you cannot make even one hair white or black. All you need to say is simply yes or no. Anything beyond this comes from the evil one." So swearing on the Bible is of the devil, according to the Bible.
You're taking it out of context.
I'm sure I am.
You're taking it out of
Well,
context.
that's Matthew 5, so I think that's the Sermon on the Mount.
You're not reading it with the Spirit. How can you possibly understand it? You're not reading it with the Spirit.
Yeah, this is Sermon on the Mount, so this is... That's actually the entire context of that bit. Before that is him saying, don't divorce except for sexual immorality, and then right after that is the eye for eye, tooth for tooth thing. Like, you've heard it said, an eye for an eye, but I tell you, don't resist an evil person.
Man, it's so weird that God footstooled the earth before we got it as a mechanic in Super Smash Brothers. Strange.
I mean, if he created it, then it seems reasonable. The Sermon on the Mount's usually the part of the Bible that the Christians actually like. Why are they ignoring it? But yeah, so at least the Quran doesn't have anything like that, right? Maybe it does.
Don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know, nor do I care.
No, I don't care either. But
not my religion, not my fantasy. Don't give a shit.
Mm-hmm. Let him swear on what he wants, as long as he does the job. Noah Smith says, "Overdoses are plummeting in America. It's not just fentanyl, cocaine, and meth overdoses are falling too. Something is going right." So if you look at the chart, he has the last dot in the chart is
missing. It looks like.
No. The last dot in the chart is from 2024, so it's before 2025. And what's interesting is that this was actually from I think this is actually from the same study, but Pam Bondi posted a similar graph showing annual drug overdose rates are going down. But she showed a different section of the graph. So this is drug overdose death rates by region, whereas he was doing it by drug. But she deleted this tweet when it became apparent that, this part right here, the annual drug overdose death rates by U.S. Census region from October 2015 to October 2024, because she was doing that thing where... Hit image to window. There we go. So she was doing that thing where she's like, since day one, the Trump administration and this Department of Justice have been fighting to end the drug epidemic in our country. And she's showing this graph to show their success at ending the drug epidemic. You know, the graph that ends at a time when Biden was still president.
Yeah.
So this is just one of the many instances of Republicans not knowing how the time dimension works. It's like so many things. Like with the Epstein thing. Like, oh yeah, the Biden administration went easy on Epstein. He killed himself before Biden was elected. So, yeah, it's just funny to watch them just not know how time works, and it's sad to watch all the Republicans fall for it.
They'll just eat it up because they're the types of person who goes, "Oh, Steven Crowder showed me a study on the screen. I will look into it no further."
I mean, she did delete this tweet. I broke my rule about taking my own screenshots. This is someone else's screenshot, but I saw it from multiple sources, and it was deleted before I got to Twitter, and I just thought it was funny. Then Reese Sullivan says, look at the media tab of Grok. It is insane that X is allowing these type of generations to happen with no consent of the people. Incredibly gross behavior. So what's been happening with Grok over the last couple days is everybody has been prompting it to, like, the chain of events is usually goes like this. A woman posts a picture of herself. Someone in the replies says, Grok, make her in a bikini. And then Grok obliges and takes her clothes off, essentially.
Grok, give me porn of her!
Yeah, exactly. And
God, I love women, especially as objects!
Yeah, so they've been doing that all over Twitter, and it's... I say that it amounts to sexual harassment. I don't know legally whether that would be the case, but I think it should be the case if it's not. And what I find interesting is that... the people over at Twitter seem to be aware that they have some culpability in this, because if you go there right now, there is no media tab for Grok. It's disappeared. So yeah, they know that they're in trouble for this, or they could potentially be in trouble for this one. So they are taking steps to make it harder to see the results. But like, you can still go to the replies, and because it's done with like people tag Grok and then Grok replies, it's just as easy to find that way. And it's gross. Like, and some of the people are saying like, oh, most of the people it's happening to are sex workers, so there's already naked pictures. And it's like, okay, but that's consensual when they do it themselves. It is not consensual when you say, hey, Grok, make them naked for me.
That's like saying, hey, I ripped your clothes off. That's you consented to that because you get naked when you bathe.
Yes.
And no.
Yeah.
There's a difference between what the person allows to happen or allow.
Also, I don't feel like this really matters, but it also isn't just happening to sex workers. Even if it was just happening to sex workers, still gross. But it's not.
Yeah.
It's not confined to them. It's any woman that posts a picture of herself that someone is like, hey, I want to see her titties. And it's gross. And this is the result of Elon's being like, oh, we need to have free speech absolutism. Anyone can do anything. And Grok's going to be no guardrails. Like, yeah, well, this is what they do with it now.
Welcome to the end result of your actions.
And depending on the age of the person, it's CSAM. Yeah, I didn't go deep diving to see if that was happening, but it would not surprise me in the slightest if it was.
I don't want to be the person that goes deep diving and stumbles on it.
Nope.
I would just rather not fucking see that shit.
I did a moderate dive and was like, this is gross. So, yeah. Oh, Frank Turek. Haven't seen...
Of course, the COG guy who brought up I knew it was going to be this kind of thing. Biden and Kamala could have released the Epstein files during their administration. So why didn't they? You know what? Biden and Kamala Harris, if they turn out to be pedophiles or people who protect pedophiles or predators, throw them in jail. Fuck them.
Lock up the key.
I don't care. You do this thing. Y'all all, every single one of you, you do this thing where you project onto left-wing people the same things that you espouse as a right-wing person. So things like having a hero in the fucking party, having a media person
No,
who is your hero. I don't have that.
Now,
Throw him in jail, rot, have him disappear like Epstein himself. I don't give a shit.
so my understanding is that the reason the Biden administration did not release them is because Ghislaine Maxwell's investigation was still open for most of their administration.
Okay.
If it turns out that that is not the case and they could have released a bunch of the stuff
Then fuck them
irrespective
all
of that,
too.
then fuck them.
Like, I don't care.
If Kamala Harris and Joe Biden rotting in prison is the price to pay to see all the other pedophiles rotting in prison, good. I'm
And
fine
guess
with
what?
that.
You can take Schumer with them. You can take Clinton with them. And
Hey,
hell, you know what?
If they implicate AOC, you can fucking take AOC.
You can fucking take AOC. You could take Bernie.
I don't
I'm
care
not
who it
married
is.
to any of these
I don't
politicians.
care
I
who
don't
it
give a
is.
shit.
If Cyrus is in the Epstein files, which he is,
Then I'll fucking go.
yeah, Cyrus is in the Epstein files, by the way.
I am actually. I posted that.
Just once, but I forget what that was. It was like T Cyrus or something is shorthand for
Something like that.
I don't know. I forget what it was, but it made me chuckle when I saw it.
Like I don't have to care about any of that. I can just say the dead. So here's the thing. Here's what's gonna happen, Cog. Here's what's gonna happen. You are either going to acknowledge that what me and Rhino said completely undermines your entire point, or the next thing you say will be scrutinized to the point of a ban. You can either acknowledge that the hill you decided to throw us on was one that we are ready and willing to just take.
Yeah. No.
Or you can try your shot again. My only rule is at least be entertaining with the next one.
Yeah. No. I don't protect pedophiles. Doesn't matter if they were on my team when it came out that they were a pedophile.
Yep.
If they were on my team and it turns out they were a pedophile, they're not on my team anymore. Oh my god, the highlight my message redeem is happening again.
Yeah, just don't.
But the maid outfit was so cute. I assume that's referencing to you in the Epstein files.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know. Democrats aren't even on my team. Yeah, for the most part, they're not. Like people, like for ages, people have been saying, "Oh, Bill Clinton's
people
in
who
the files.
protect
Bill
predators are
Clinton's in
not
the
on my
files." Like,
team.
you know what? I don't give a shit about Bill Clinton. He was like, he gave us RIFRA. I don't like Bill Clinton. And even he's calling for the release of the full Epstein files. So, like, Bill Clinton is like, hey, if I'm in there, I don't care, release the files.
Zozo, thank you for the hydrate. And also, DCMK, thank you for the follow. No,
So.
I don't have to care because nothing about my ideology is a combination of pragmatism, humanitarianism, and socialism. I want workers' rights. I want people to be treated well. And I want us to do things efficiently so that we don't fuck things up for everybody. There's my ideology. Poke a hole in it. Have fun.
Yeah, I'll poke a hole in it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
That one was about wieners.
Yes. Okay, so Frank Turek. We haven't seen Frank Turek for a while. He says, what's behind the surprising alliance between Islam, the LGBTQ plus movement, and the radical left? So I'll tell you what, it's that the radical left is like, hey, we should all have the same rights. And that then brings in the LGBTQ people because they're like, hey, they need the same rights as everybody else. And particularly in North America, Muslims are often discriminated against. So it's not so much that it's an alliance, because like I don't like Islam as a religion. Just gonna say it. But Muslims, the people, they're just people. I don't like Christianity. But Christians, a lot of them are fine. So I don't judge people based on their group membership. I try to judge people based on their individual characteristics. So yeah, it's not necessarily an alliance between Islam, but it's more like, hey, they should have equal rights too.
It's like saying that gay Christians exist. Therefore, what's the surprising alliance between Christianity and the peggers? Like, no, there are individual gay Christians who also happen to not be assholes.
Yeah, it turns out
And
when you legitimately are calling for equal rights for everybody, you don't really care who the everybody is. You just
yeah,
think they deserve equal rights because they're humans.
it ceases to matter.
Yeah. And then the people who are being the most discriminated against by the right fall under the umbrella of people that need to be given equal rights. It's like, hey, when the coach gets on the field and prays with his students, that's discriminating against Muslims just as much as it's discriminating against atheists. So, like, when I say the coach shouldn't be allowed to do that, I'm okay with that protecting Muslim students.
But why would you want an Islam's here? Don't you remember 9/11? My God, the fucking memes when Mamdani was elected, where so many of them just said Americans forgot 9/11.
Yeah, I saw a lot of those. But like, hey, do you know who the number one victim of Muslim terrorism is in the world?
Other Muslims.
Other Muslims. I don't know about you, but I think those human beings deserve protection. And this is what drives me nuts about the Palestinian thing as well. It's like people will be like, "Oh, you are for gay rights, but you also think Palestinians shouldn't be genocided. Did you know that if they were gay in Palestine, they'd be thrown off a building?" Be like, "Okay, but I don't think the gay Palestinians should be thrown off buildings either." And I also don't think Palestinians should be genocided. It's like, if you genocide the Palestinians, that's going to include the gay ones that they throw off the roofs too.
Mm-hmm.
So why can't I be against both those things? It's really not that complicated. Thank you for the hydrate, Conton83. Okay. But yeah, I wouldn't expect Frank Turk to be able to understand things like empathy.
I mean, according to Charlie Kirk, it's a made-up word, so...
Frank spoke at his funeral / rally, whatever the fuck
I'm
that
not
thing was.
surprised.
Yeah. I was a little bit surprised. I didn't know that he was that close with Charlie. It's like, apparently like he was at the event and he was like in the van that was taking him to the hospital.
Jesus.
So like, I had no idea that they were that close. I'm not really surprised at it, but it was one of those like, oh, those are two circles that I didn't really think were in the same plane, but I guess they were. But that's the crazy thing though, because like if he was legitimately friends with Charlie, I don't understand how someone could be legitimately a friend of someone and then see that spectacle that they put on that was clearly not, like, it clearly wasn't meant to respect his memory. It was clearly just designed to, like, I don't know, use him for a purpose. Like, I don't understand how you could see that and be okay with that if you were actually
I think
his
it's
friend.
because you're looking at this from your own perspective. You're looking at this from the perspective of a human being who has empathy and views people as individuals as opposed to pawns and pieces to be moved. For people like Frank Turek, if they were that close to Charlie, if they were that like up when it comes to influence of like Turning Point USA and shit, a lot of those people, they don't see people as people. They see people as things to move around the playing board of the greater culture war. And when you see people that way, you either have the choice of moving Charlie Kirk off the board or getting him to the end and turning him into a queen. And it's far more useful to turn him into the queen.
He would fucking hate that metaphor. So I love it.
Yeah, probably because he didn't know how to play chess. But your options are plain as day, use the piece to the best of its ability, or abandon the piece. And any good strategist is going to use the piece to the best of their ability until it is wrung dry if they have the option. And Charlie's corpse is still very good for parading around and having parties and getting people in line with right-wing politics.
Did you see that there's like an exhibit that they put up that included like a replica of the tent that he was shot in? so people can go and like take selfies at the Charlie Kirk died here replica tent.
My God. Also, the dude who decided not to point out that we undermined his position entirely decided to say an alliance between Islam and the LGBT community would be a short one. Islam is no more so problematic towards the LGBTQ community than Christianity is. The only difference is Christianity has been drug kicking and screaming harder because it's an of the West thing now.
Yeah.
That's the only functional difference.
Like Zoran Mamdani shows no signs of being a bigot against LGBTQ people, but he is a Muslim.
Yeah, like I'm not going to say that there aren't bigoted Muslims.
Exist.
The other question I got to ask is, Cog, what's your purpose here? What's your goal? I got to ask, like, do you have friends, family, like a support network?
It's New Year's Eve, man.
Do you have like things that you enjoy in life, or is this all you've got? Because like if this is all you got, then you know what, it would be very detrimental to you for me to ban you from my stream, so I'll try not to do that. But I just want to know, because like if you're reaching out for help, like I'm willing to be the ear. I don't care. I'd rather you be happy, healthy, and safe.
Yeah. Happy New Year, you lonely motherfucker. But also,
Rhino does not speak for me. I understand card games way better than he does.
Card games? What? What's that got to do with card games?
It's just one of the many ways you don't speak for me.
Okay. No, we have our own independent opinions. We have often disagreed on this channel.
Yup.
Okay. Oh, Frank Turk was the last one.
Oh boy.
1 hour twit tweets, everybody.
I can't believe we did it.
We did it. Go ring in the new year with your loved ones.
And not some random fucking streamer that you're trying to harass.
Yeah.
That's what boring, sad people do. And you're not a boring, sad person.
I actually intended on live streaming on Christmas Day for a little bit because I know there are a lot of people that Christmas, like the holidays are really hard for them.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, oh, I'm going to keep some people company or whatever. But I'm still kind of getting over the cold, but I was on the verge of losing my voice and I still had a video to record. I was like, I want to stream.
God damn it, Kinma! Right after an Alwa, which was very pleasant, by the way, you decided to drop a fucking Uwu into the goddamn chat. Fuck off, fuck you. Last stream of the year, you had to do that. No, it's not a Happy New Year anymore. It's all been fucking ruined.
Would have been a shame to have the last stream of the year not have an Uwu in it.
I think it would have been perfectly acceptable.
Spanking because you've been a bad girl.
I think life was better before you pressed that button.
It usually is. They should take the buttons away from me. Me having these buttons is a violation of the Geneva Convention.
And they are Geneva suggestions to you, after all.
Yeah, I'm Canadian.
You will commit various war crimes.
Not a war crime till a Canadian does it.
God damn it, Jet! Fucking ooh, you got another one now. Once again, I suggest fuck off and die in that order.
Scarbonac says, now what am I supposed to do? Jerks. I recommend going to bed because New Year's is an arbitrary social construct thing.
I recommend downloading an emulator and playing Super Metroid.
I will be going to spend time with my children. And I think we have a bottle of bubbly ready for midnight. And maybe we'll even stay up that late.
Necrotrout says someday there'll be a nuke. Yeah, there was. Fucking Katini did it, and it exhausted me so much I had to end the stream after I was done with Rhino.
I remember that one.
I wish to not. I wish to repress it.
The clip of that just went live on my channel a couple days ago, and it's like 43 minutes of you just having to do oohs over and over again.
I hate that. Stop says, Cirrus, you missed it. Look, you guys keep on dumping this shit on me fast enough when there is a guest. If I miss some, I'm sorry, but fuck y'all. That's just what you're gonna have to deal with. When you do it when I've got a guest on, there's a
apparently
high chance
I've been missing the highlight my message things for 2 years now.
Apparently, Nethercat, thank you for redeeming your point. Gen. And you got Cleric as well. Thank you for redeeming your points for an Ada. You also are a DGen. Go find a partner and be happy and go away from me.
Yeah, 2 days ago, there's 40 minutes of Cirrus being mad about uwus.
You got more than 40 minutes of me being mad at it just by sticking around on the channel, hitting the follow button.
And go subscribe to the Vice Rhino YouTube channel to try and counteract YouTube's culling of subscribers that don't watch anymore. I want my silver play button so my child will love me. That's the only way to get their respect anymore.
Dad, you're a YouTuber? You don't even have a play button?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey.
My children have no respect for me. I need the play button to get the respect. Who am I kidding? I have a 3D printer. I could probably, like, they're young enough, I could probably just print one off and then be like, see, YouTube sent me this. And they'd be like, yay!
You just have to find really good silk to print it in.
Yeah, nice shiny silver. Okay, so, yeah, that's it for this one. As always, fuck off. And Happy New Year.